Good evening, Facebook land. Is everybody back online today? Looks like it. I hope. Who's out there? I am certainly hoping this connection is working. So I'm going to go ahead and record and just pray that the connection is going through. We've had a lot of winds here. It's kind of crazy. I want to talk to you a little bit tonight about attraction. And it's the big secret out there. Who are you attracting? Who are you attracting into your business, into your team, into your organization? And the law of magnetism is probably one of the simplest laws to explain, but it takes a couple twists, and I just want to make sure that you are familiar with the twists involved in this particular law. So the law of magnetism simply states that like attracts like, right? The person that you are, the likelihood is the people that you're surrounded by, the people that are in your circle of influence, the people that are in your team, in your organization, in your business, have similar characteristics, values, energy, giftedness that you do. So I want you to stop for just a moment. I'm actually going to have you just jot down the top 3 characteristics. So if you're a business person and you oversee an office, if you have an organization, a team, you're looking for people to partner with, what are the top 3 qualities that you're always looking for in those individuals? For me, when I did this exercise, I listed out probably about 15 different characteristics, but the ones that stood out to me were honesty and integrity, obviously. These people had to be positive people. They had to be dependable. And there's one thing that was so incredibly important to me is that the individuals that I wish to attract have to be learners. They have to be people that are just perpetual learners and students of just growing and just increasing their abilities and just the capacity to just absorb everything in their environment around them, right? I constantly have seen people in the past, and at one point, you reach a threshold of feeling like you know what you need to know to get you by. And then you reach that echelon of knowing, you know what, I can't get to the next level unless I increase. I increase my awareness, I increase my productivity, I increase my leadership, I increase whatever it is as far as skill set or even character. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But I want you to think about those qualities of those particular individuals. The likelihood is then, if you look at yourself and you take a moment, the likelihood is that you probably possess most of those characteristics in abundance. So if you say, I want to be surrounded by people that are positive, they have great energy, they're abundant thinkers, they're honest, they're flexible, they're learners, the likelihood is that you probably do have many of those characteristics. But here's the challenge. Many of us are often surrounded by people that are so similar to us that we forget that we need to recruit or be intentional about the people that fill our gaps, our weaknesses. So as I'm looking at my team or my organization, right, one of the things that I can quickly identify is that these people are in direct alignment with who I am. They have very similar values, that they have very similar vision, they have very similar characteristics as me. They're people of rich faith, and that's something that's become abundantly clear to me as my organization really just continues to be these people that just believe in giving back. They believe in making the world a better place. They have very just similar hearts that I do. But the one thing that stands out to me is that I have to be very deliberate and intentional, because I don't necessarily attract the people that will fill the gaps in my leadership abilities. So where I have weakness, those people don't naturally attract to me. So what I have to do is be intentional about those areas where I'm weak, and I have to say, you know what, these are the things that I need to be deliberate about when I'm looking for people to bring into my organization, to bring into my team, right? I'm a visionary. I don't like to sit down with facts and figures. I can do facts and figures. Hey, Richard, how are you? But I don't want to be caught in the mundane. I don't want to be caught in paperwork. I said to a really good friend the other day, I said, listen, you know what? I am so in need of help in this arena, this arena, and this arena. And she just looked at me. She's like, oh, seriously? I'm like, no, I'm serious. And I gave her like a whole laundry list of things. And she thought I was joking with her. But I know what my weaknesses are. And so I know I'm not naturally attracting those people because I'm attracting people that have the same strengths as me. So I have to be deliberate when I'm looking outside. So look at the people that you're surrounded by or the people that you get along really well with. Typically, they're the same generation as us. They have similar backgrounds as us. The attitude is probably one of the most contagious things that people can possess. So if you're surrounded by a whole bunch of people with positive attitude, that is that's a demonstration of your character. It truly is. But the thing to keep in mind too is values could be either good or bad. So we could be surrounded by people with a whole bunch of bad values or just not right intentions. And if that's the case, then I really encourage you kind of take a step back and look at your character. Rich, I know, you know, and Richard, I can definitely attest to that. You know, I see that just the dynamic between you and Larry and the energy there, and it humbles me because I know the type of people that my husband attract, and so I can't wait to meet you in a couple of weeks. Energy is a big one. Here's the thing I want you to think about. Think about people that you know that have really high energy, okay? So, and then think about the people that you know that have low energy. Now so if you're in an environment or you have coworkers or your business partners, right? A lot of times what'll happen is people with high energy will look at the people with low energy and think that they're lazy people. Whereas people with low energy look at high energy people and think that they're crazy people. So this is how the dynamic can play out. This is where you can get a lot of push and pull when people don't have similar characteristics, right? You have giftedness. Somebody who has business acumen, right, is going to naturally attract people that want to build wealth, that want to engage in entrepreneurial endeavors, right? But if you're a creative person, the likelihood is you're not necessarily going to attract business people to your organization or team. So you have to be deliberate about the people that you're searching for. You know, if you're not too excited, and I'm speaking to the people that are building volunteer armies out there or organizations, if you're not really excited about who is being attracted into your business, if you're sitting around going, gosh, I don't have any worker bees here. I don't have people that are motivated. They don't have people that are moving forward or intentional about building or intentional about growing. One of the things that you really have to go back to, and we talked about this on day 3, is the law of process. It's the law of building, because until you build your leadership ability and your skill set, your presence, you're naturally going to attract people that have a lower leadership skill set than you. So if you feel that, and again, when I say leadership, I'm talking about influence. Keep that in mind constantly. So if you're in any position where you're trying to influence other individuals, what you constantly want to be aware of is, 1, who are you attracting? But 2, are you filling any deficits with people by being intentional and deliberately recruiting those people that can fill the void where you're weak? So if I am looking for a greater level of leadership in my organization, then I naturally have to raise the bar on my own skill sets. I have to increase personally. I have to dive more into studies and exploration of what it is that I need to do. Do I need to bring in coaches? And that's something that I have been a faithful student of, is bringing in business coaches. I have 2 that I work with consistently And then I have a lot of mentors. I have a lot of incredible mentors that I allow to speak into my life, and I listen to recordings, and I listen to podcasts. So my law of process, my daily habits, consists of every single day at least 30 minutes to an hour of reading, of listening, of growing, of pouring into me. Because if I don't pour it in, there's nothing there to pour out. So I want you to just keep that in mind. I really just want to leave you with this, and I want to make this really short and sweet tonight. Richard, you are the best. You are the best. But I really want to leave this short and sweet tonight. If you want to attract different type of people into your life, if you want to attract greater leaders into your business, if you want to attract stronger people, people that have better energy, people that are positive, people that are charismatic, people that just are dependable, they're learners, then you yourself have to become that person that you want to attract. It's as plain and simple as that. I hope that gives you just a little something to think about tonight, but what I want to leave you with tonight is I really want you to sit down and think of where you're at, and think of who you're surrounded by, and think about who you let in that inner circle and the influence that they're having over your life. If it's not so great, if it's not so positive, then you really have to take a look intrinsically and say, well, who am I based on what I'm attracting? If you love the people that you're surrounded by and you're completely happy with that, then congratulations. But if you want to grow, if you want to make a difference, if you want more people speaking into you, then sometimes you have to be deliberate about going out and seeking them or becoming the person that you would like to attract. Have a great night, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.